Hello, my name is Abhijit Dilip Karmalkar, and today's date is 12th January 2021. And today's video topic is life cycle, thread life cycle. So, what is a thread, and what thread is uh, always exist in any one state. The state are new, active, block, and block waiting, time waiting, terminated thread. So firstly we will see explanation of a thread state, different thread state. So first one is a uh, new thread is created. It is always in the new state. For example, thread in the new state, the code has not been run 8 and the has not begin its execution. So next is active thread means when a thread invokes the start method, it moves from the new state to the active state. So the active state contains two state within it. So one is a runnable and second is a other is running. First is a runnable thread. A runnable thread is that ready to run is then move the runnable state. In the runnable state, the thread may be running or may be ready to run at any given instance of a time. It is the duty of the thread scheduler to provide the thread time to run. For example, moving the thread the running state. A program implementing multi-threading acquires a fix of time. Each individual thread or each and every thread runs from for a short span of time, and when that allocated time slice is over, the thread voluntarily gives up CPU to other thread. Next is a running thread. In the running thread, when the thread gets the CPU, it moves from runnable to running state, and runnable to running uh, state. Generally, the most common change in the state of the thread is from runnable to running and again back to runnable. So next is a block or waiting thread. So whenever a thread is inactive from a span of a time, it is not permanently to span of time, then either the thread is the blocked state or is the waiting state. When the main thread invokes a join method, then it is said to the main thread is in the waiting state. There are a lot of threads the waiting or block state. Then it is duty of for thread scheduler determine the which thread is choose which one to reject, and the chosen thread is then given opportunity to run. Next is a time waiting thread. Time waiting is lead to servation. For example, has a thread has entered to critical action section of a code and is not willing to leave the critical section. In such scenario, the another thread has not wait for forever, which leads to starvation. To avoid such scenario, time waiting state is given to the thread B. So terminated, a thread reaches the termination state because of the abnormal termination. When thread has finished its job, then exits or terminates normally. So what is the abnormal termination? It occurs when some unusual events such as unhandled exception and segmentation fault. So terminated means the thread is no more in a system. Other words, the thread is dead, and there is no way one can respawn the dead thread. So these are these that is about thread life cycle. Thank you.